How's it going, YouTube? Back with another peak week. So we just have my standard training day meal one for the first meal. So two whole eggs, 200 grams of egg whites, and then a litre and a half of hydroflow with it, with like water with hydroflow. So 11 litres of water going in today. Currently, today is Thursday, competing on Sunday. I'll go over with my pre-workout meal, kind of what I've been up to, and the whole kind of gist of this week, because we've ran slightly different. We've been depleting for like a wee while, and I'll run through kind of my thoughts. But I'm just having this meal slightly later than normal, so I'm so hungry that I want to eat it because I'll not be able to explain well what's going on. So I'll catch you with the pre-workout meal. How is it going, people? The pre-workout meal is going in. So back on the normal baseline pre-workout meal, but I've actually not had this in a while, so this is going to be extra nice. 160 chicken, 15 grams of jam, 20 grams of dark chocolate, 250 jasmine rice, and 2 bagels. And we have the bro Massey up on the big screen. So I'm gonna eat this, and then I'm actually gonna talk about a few little pointers, just thoughts I have from prep, and I'll give you a wee taste test of this here. So getting the dark chocolate spread out on the rice, and I'll get a bit of chicken. So I've no seasoning on this. There's chicken in the bake off. No seasoning on this because it's peak week. So sometimes, like, if you keep the seasoning consistent, you should be alright. But a lot of seasonings have a lot of sodium in them, so whenever you start manipulating water and stuff, you don't really want to be fucking about with that too much. I'm gonna finish this off, watch this video, and then I'm gonna come back to the camera and talk about. I have a few points, so I want to cover this video. I want to cover a little bit about my last show day, a bit about this peak, and then a bit about how my week's been going. 3 main points, so I might cover a point per meal. The first point I want to talk about is how people talk about bodybuilding being like the loneliest sport in the world, and I agree to some extent, but I also heavily disagree. So obviously, people say it's the loneliest sport in the world because only you can do the work. Only you can wake up early, do the fasted cardio, prep the meals, make sure you eat every meal, do the training. Plus, it's like a 24/7 process. It's not like other sports where you just have a match day and you switch off. Like, yeah, you have a show day, but the show day is like the 0.1% of like actual bodybuilding. Bodybuilding is like, or physique development is just the life you live. Training, eating, sleeping. But and then obviously you have to like give up kind of social occasions and things like that to some degree, especially if you're prepping. But I'd honestly say bodybuilding is one of like the most, not rewarding, but what's the word I'm looking for? The community aspect of bodybuilding is honestly one of my favourite things about the gym and the whole thing. I've made more friends through the gym than probably anything else. It gives you that sense of like, well, you're both there at the gym because you have a shared interest in improving, developing your physique, everything like that. And just the overall sense of community. If people want, yes, there's like toxic people in the gym space, but most people genuinely want to see everyone improve and everyone get a better physique. Especially when you start coaching or you get a coach, you know, it really opens your eyes to kind of the community side of the gym. And just like recently, I've noticed it a lot more. Like a lot of people I know, I only know them through the gym, and like they don't live anywhere near me. Um, whether it's like the other side of the country I live in, or just through online. Like I only know them through online. Like I would never have met my coach without being online, and through the gym I would, my posing coach, loads of friends I have through the gym, and then just competing there at the weekend, like 2 weekends prior, I solidified it even more. Like, see, backstage, it's not hostile at all. Everyone is there, and everyone knows that the effort that everyone's put in to be there. So there's this level of like mutual respect of like, yes, we're all competing against each other, but like, I know you fucking grinded for this. Good shit, bro. Um, I'm not meant to swear actually. Oops, but do you know what I mean? Like everyone has that common respect and like admiration for each other, and it's just, it's sick. It's such a sick feeling. I just got thinking about it because I was watching a bit of Massey there with my pre-workout meal. And I've been texting a few other boys from the comps, like Theo and a few others, and it's just honestly like, it's just so sick. Like I'd never have known these people or interacted with them or whatever if it wasn't for bodybuilding or the gym, and they're all into the same stuff I'm into, and I just think it's fucking sick. So yeah, bodybuilding can be the loneliest sport in the world if you let it and you cut everyone out and you don't like talk to people, but you know, if you actually embrace the kind of community aspect of bodybuilding, especially like just post your shit, like have the confidence to just post it even if you're not big or whatever. Just post your stuff and people will see it, and like loads of people see it that you don't even realize see it, and then you end up just getting talking about it in real life, and you just make new friendships, and that can only benefit you in life, opening more doors, making more friends, more connections. So yeah, that's the first point. I don't think bodybuilding is as lonely as people make it out to be. If anything, like the community aspect of it is my favorite. Like the people I've met through bodybuilding is probably my favorite part of the whole thing. Even compared to kind of the training, like just that whole community aspect of it. So yeah, I'll catch you with the post-workout meal. Post-workout meal going down, people. Hopefully you can hear me over the wind, but just post-pull session. I didn't get any training clips because it was a 3 hour session, but it was just like a 60-90 minute in and out job. But here we have the post-workout meal: 150 grams of Frosties and 1 Squares bar. The legs are looking fucking lean, to be fair. I'm feeling pretty lean today. At what are we, Thursday, so 3 days out. Just sitting outside to enjoy this meal, touch a bit of grass. May as well while it's nice weather. We'll try and see if we can get somewhere to actually put the camera where it can fucking stand up. Oh, sorry about swearing again. There we go. So just gonna eat post-workout now. I really shouldn't have. I got the Asda own brand Frosties, and they're so cheap compared to the proper Frosties. That's what I get for being stingy. But yeah, it's such a nice day out. Makes prepping 10 times easier when you can sit out in the sun and just try and chill out. But gonna eat this and then head to the barber's, get a fresh trim for the comp. Yeah, today has been, it was hard in the morning, I'm not gonna lie. Like the hunger was really hitting me. Especially, like, I'll talk about it with my next meal, but yesterday was the hardest day of prep for me by a country mile. Um, but yeah, the hunger was definitely hitting this morning. Only got a few hours sleep because just pure hunger pain woke me up. But and then that's why the first two meals got absolutely inhaled as well, because I just needed the carbs. But I'm feeling way better now after training. Actually had a really good session and I'm looking good in the posing. So I'll insert the posing clips if I can work out how to edit properly, and to be able to insert like wee clips of what the calories and macros are, because I don't even know what they are. But yeah, there's no protein with this meal, which is a bit annoying because it's actually really looking forward to the whey. But on days where you're trying to just get pure carbohydrate in, you want to pull down your protein and pull down your fats just so the carbs can get like fully utilized without having to worry about the digestion of the protein or the fats slowing it down. And yes, you want protein to like help build muscle, but realistically, when you're peaking for a show, you're not trying to build muscle, you're just trying to replenish glycogen and get as much glycogen as you can into the muscle. So that is the plan of action. So I'll get back to you with the next meal probably. Go on YouTube, you join me here with meal number 4. This is 150 grams of 5% beef mince, 400 grams of potato, and 5 ml of olive oil. Doesn't look very appetizing now. A bit dry with no sauce, but the game is in fact the game. So we'll just do what it takes. Plus the next meal, the final meal, is a good bit nicer. So we'll get this in me. Not that this is even like that bad. I do love potatoes, so we have a bit of mince and a bit of potato. I've got this in me. I'm in a rush at the minute because I'm getting all my client check-ins done, so I want to get that done before I kind of sit and do any kind of video stuff, because coaching is obviously my main thing. So I want to get all my check-ins finished. Just had some fucking bother with my car, which has delayed me, but I think I've got it sorted. But it's always how it is, isn't it? Like feeling the squeeze with prep, because prep is expensive, and then you start having bother with things like your car and all, and it's just like literally any chance, man, any chance. But yeah, get this in me, and then I'll catch you with the next meal, and I'll go over how the prep and everything has gone. How's it going, YouTube? Final day of the first day of the peak, or not final meal of the first day of the peak going in. We have 40 grams of Perform cookie dough whey. I think there's actually a little bit of brownie batter mixed in with it, so it's like changed colour. But then we have 2 caramel snacker jacks, 2 rice cakes, 30 grams of jam, and 20 grams of dark chocolate. And then, like you can see on this rice cake, we're just spreading the whey paste on top. Honestly, it is so nice. Like that little bit of whey paste on there. Some more going in. So nice. And then I have 500 ml of water left, or here, and then a litre of water left after this to bring me to 11 litres for the day. I do actually really like this meal. About 500 carb total for today. I will get like calories and macros on the screen. So just to kind of lighter day than obviously I've ran in the past with like 800 gram carb days and nearly 900 gram carb days, but post workout visuals were looking really good, so probably will put them in the video if I can work out how to edit it properly. Because I was like, I already had one carb meal, my like normal pre-workout meal, and it was looking really good post-workout. Like my coach was really happy with the visuals, and like I was full, but I wasn't obviously like skin splitting full, but for off one meal I was looking really good, so happy days. But hopefully tomorrow a lot more carbs go in, a lot more meals like this. Like I can honestly eat about, I didn't like rice cakes before, but this combo of rice cakes, whey, jam and dark chocolate is just too good. So trained pull today, just at like 2-3 hour got a nice back pump just to get the carbs moving, even though we've not had that many, but there'll be more going in tomorrow. I have no idea how aggressive this is going to be. I don't know if we're going to like really load tomorrow and then really load again on Saturday into the comp on Sunday. And then I'm on in the morning on Sunday. Like in the last show day, I literally only had one rice cake with some jam before I got on stage. So maybe this time we'll have a little bit more food in the morning. But then I felt like pretty good pump wise on stage. Granted, I did have like enough salt to fucking kill off a whole family, but still like felt like really good pump wise. But probably do with a little bit. Well, I just want more food in general, but yeah. So hopefully tomorrow a bit more carbs go in for push. And then the plan of action is I fly over on Saturday morning. My coach is actually away on holiday because this show was like unplanned. So it's just me and my dad going over Saturday morning, flying home on Sunday night. Hopefully do well in the show, so it'll be cool. I'll document it all. My dad will be my designated cameraman, so I need to teach him how to use the camera, and then that means like he can film all the meals, all the behind the scenes kind of stuff, so it'll be really cool. I'll have someone to actually document everything. But I just want to touch on the past kind of like this peak and just everything in general. So if you had asked me like a week ago how I was feeling for getting on stage, I was like fucking hating it. Like I was holding so much water. I was sitting nearly 10 pounds up from where I am right now, and I'd done everything to the T. Like I had ate all the meals I was meant to eat. My training was like really good. I'd been training really hard, and like people were saying like, "Oh, you look really good" in terms of like fullness, and like I was looking a lot bigger, but I was holding so much water. Like I was looking in the mirror and I looked awful. My midsection, my legs, I just looked like I'd actually done a reverse, like fucking reverse prep. Like I looked so fat. I was like, how the like, sorry, I was like, how am I gonna get, like, I've lost all the condition that I've dug for. How am I gonna get back in time? But we just done, it wasn't really a fat, like it was a fat load, but it wasn't, because we didn't actually run the, like the last peak we ran a proper fat load where we ran the fats high, but this was more like a depletion of like a 5 kind of pro fat days, just like 5 almost low days. And it was rough. Like the first 4 days were so easy, and then I got to yesterday, and like I haven't been watching, like I haven't had much food focus all prep. I haven't been watching really any food videos, but my hunger yesterday was just through the roof. And this morning, like I woke up from just pure hunger pains. At like 3 in the morning, it's the worst it's been. Even these meals, your carb meals, I've been really trying to space them out, because like I could inhale this in about 10 seconds. That's why I'm actually trying to record this video as well while I'm eating this, just to actually space out the meal of it so I don't eat it in like 5 seconds. But like this has definitely been like the hardest bit of the whole prep so far, right at the end, which is just, I didn't expect. Like, it was so strange to think it'd be like when you're really digging or something, but it's just when you've experienced having more food, training harder, I think, and then having to go back to digging, it's just like a shock in your body, and your hunger like is just nuts. And yet, like, I know why people struggle with kind of post prep now, because you eat a meal and like it genuinely doesn't touch the sides at all, and that's like with somewhat satiating food like that. 400 grams of potato and mince, I felt like I had taken a deep breath, not eating like a proper meal. So you like rope that in with like people then eating off plan, you can just sink calories all day and do nothing. And then as well, my last show, I got a pizza. Like I find it really hard to eat off plan. I'm like the opposite of most people. I hate eating off plan. It like properly messes my head. But my coach like kind of forced me to eat off plan and like relax, and it did do me like a world of good, just like switching off, relaxing, actually enjoying some food. But we got a dessert, and I haven't had, like, I never eat dessert. Like, it probably the last dessert I had before that, I got an Oreo brownie with custard, and the last dessert I had before that was probably my birthday, like almost over a year ago. I probably had a bit of birthday cake, if even, to be honest. But I'd say that's when it was, and it just like started these new like, see, because you don't have something for a while, you don't really crave it. But I've just been craving, like, see, yesterday, that's what I was always watching, was like cookies and brownies and people eating these treats and stuff, and it's like I never even would eat them normally or want them, but it was just like, oh, it just got me. But I would never cheat on my diet. Like, I didn't think about once actually going and cheating on my diet. It's just that I was sitting there and time was going so slow because the hunger pain was so bad, and I was just like sitting like torturing myself. But not that I would ever actually cheat. But I think the kind of plan is for, well, I actually don't know what the plan is, but I would imagine I'm not getting like any kind of off plan after this comp, and that means that I shouldn't gain a load of water or anything. So then we can probably won't have to like do a mad depletion again for this last week here, or that's what I'm hoping anyways. We can just kind of maybe like taper off for a few days and then peak again, but not have to. One, peak is hard, and two, like, deplete is hard. Just kind of cruise into it, and then once that show's done, you know, we're into the reverse, or like reverse recovery, gaining phase, whatever you want to call it, and I'm really looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to competing this weekend, like I really am, and I'm really looking forward to my last show, because I enjoyed this whole process of like changing all these little variables and watching how your body changes, because I think it is so interesting. But I actually am craving like a sense of normality, and I want to just have like 1 or 2 off plans with my family, go down the caravan with them, relax, just go to the cinema, go out on a few nice walks, just spend some quality time with them. Because even though like I live at home, the whole prep, I really haven't spent any actual time with them. Like, I don't eat dinner with them, I don't obviously eat any like food with them at all, or do anything. So it'll just be nice to actually have some family time, and go and do, just chill out. And there's a really good gym down by my caravan as well, so we'll get some good training in down there as well, and I'll record it all for YouTube. Then after that, we'll be fully back into routine and into kind of reversing out and getting huge. So that's the plans, but that's in 2 weeks' time with 2 more shows to do. So we've got take it day by day. Hopefully more carbs tomorrow, and to enjoy. And yeah, I'll probably catch you tomorrow with day number 2 of this. Hopefully with a lot more carbs. Might get some training footage in tomorrow, but I honestly find, I don't know if people can relate, but if I'm watching like a food video or whatever, I skip past the training. I love training, don't get me wrong. And if I want to watch a hardcore like training session to get me hyped, or I want to learn something, I'll go and look for that. But for like these kind of videos, I actually prefer just seeing the food and like seeing the person chat, as opposed to like, I couldn't really give a shit about the training. To be honest, I just want to see the food, because most likely if you're watching this, you're someone on prep as well, just like wanting to see what other people are eating and what other people are up to. So shout out to you if you're on the treadmill, putting in that work, stick at it, and it is worth it and it pays off in the end. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch up tomorrow with day number 2 of the peak.